Hello and welcome to Mickey Art. My name's Michelle Edhouse and today I'm having a clean out. I have been giving my entire studio a bit of a clean out. I discovered that the mice quite liked one of my cupboards, so that's been scrubbed and sterilised and instituted death traps. So what I've noticed is there's quite a few colours that you can see through here which have got very little left in their pots, if any, and also where they've been sitting around for a while. So all of these colours are Reeves acrylic, fine artist acrylic, except for maybe the purples. The purples will all have Reno art, crimson red in them, and some will be Americana blue and some will be Reeves blues. So I'm having a clean out and this beautiful record here is going to be my canvas for cleaning out on. It was Disco Fever, Boogie Oogie Oogie, Taste of Honey, Tiger Baby, Silver Convention, I'm gonna love you just a little bit more, baby. Oh, yummy yummy. Okay, cool. So that's gonna be our thing. I'm gonna start off, this is the ultramarine blue. It's a really yummy royal blue. I really like it, but there's stuff all left in there, so that's gonna be our starting point. Now, what do we do next? That's a really good question. I think all of these have got silicone in them in some way, shape or form. Some of them have got more than others, so they'll get to do a couple of layers. And but the thing is, because I've had to thin some of these down, ooh, I didn't thin that one down very well at all. The silicone has been mixed in super well. So here's what's happening. You're going to end up, if you've got that situation, with colours that are little tiny cells. Okay, that's what happens when you do that. So what have I got? Lemon yellow, silver, 3 different kinds of purple, phthalo blue, cobalt blue, mid yellow, viridian hue, and this is what I call Mars grey. What is Mars grey? It's exactly what it sounds like. It's Mars black that's been mixed with white to make a greyish thing, but what I found is it actually goes quite a brown grey. Now, I really don't have much point of view about what this painting turns out like. I'd love it to look fantastic. I remember Debbie, who used to run acrylicpouring.com, she did a dump it all pour. It looked amazing. It was one of the pours that I just went, oh, I would love to have that on my wall. So what are we doing? Where are we up to? Let's go back for some more light blue. This is the cobalt blue. Some more deep yellow. Viridian hue. getting full now, guys. I don't want this little bit left over and my cup's full. It's now got that whole convex thing going on. You know, when you fill up your coffee so full you know you can't move it. Alright, so for these ones, I'm just going to keep these for filling in any areas that need to be filled in. And I'm just going to do stripes. Wow, there's all that silicone. Check it out. Wow. Crikey. This could end up being better than I imagined. How's it getting any better than that? So you'll notice I stayed away from these edges, mostly because I want to keep the lines as straight as possible, and to tilt it this way we're going to have it running off really quickly. So yum, look at that pot. How cool is that? Anyway, hello. Alright, just popping a few air bubbles by bouncing it a little bit. Just gonna take it that way and see how much of this we can keep on the record for as long as possible. What do you guys reckon? How good do you think I can get that? I know what. Somebody asked me if you could put tape around the edges, kind of like you do when you're resining. That reminded me that I used to use corner catchers. What's a corner catcher? It's a bit of cardboard that you put on the corner, and it catches the paint before it falls off the edge. And in doing so, what happens is you don't lose all of your paint. So that's why I have these bits of cardboard here. They initially started out being corner catchers. Target is to keep the paint on the canvas, and you end up with really cool bits of cardboard too. And it just guides the paint around. Okay, so we have a completely covered record. Let's pop some bubbles. It's going to end up quite dark, I think. It's definitely got plenty of cells. Let's have a play with those cells. Now if you're new to acrylic pouring, you may be wondering, what is she doing with a torch, a creme brulee type torch on paint? Well, what the torch does is it invites the silicone to the top by warming it and making the paint a little bit more viscous. Therefore the silicone can rise up through the water-based paint a lot more ease. But it also pops any air bubbles. Now I've got a lump over here, so let me get that out before we go any further. Okay. So I'm just having a look at this, and it's quite bright pieces through here, but this has got quite a bit of like a brown, I think it's actually that dirty Mars grey is what's creating that. So I'm just gonna tilt it slightly and see what will run off if we tilt it that way. I do like this line of what looks like white, but it's actually going to be silver, I would say, because we didn't put any white in there. Maybe I should have put white in. Oh well. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so let me bring you down and show you what we've got. I quite like it. It'll make a great clock or a great words background. I'm considering putting sayings on some of these, so what magic can that create? Alright, so I really like this cell here. It's kind of that whole rainbow effect. So there's lots and lots of cell action going on in here. Some of you might be going, oh my god, that's a bit too busy. And yes, it is very busy. And yet it's one of those ones that you could stare at for hours and hours and still never see all of it, which I think is fabulous. Some real subtle stuff going on down in here. Look at that. It's trying to get rid of the reflection for you. No, wrong way. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing this one dry. What about you? Alright, so I will be back to show you the magic after it's dried very, very soon. 3, 2, 1. Alright, here it is. This is what it looks like dry. How's it get any better than that? It's really, really dark, but I really like it. It's got lots of really cool, interesting patches in it. And isn't that just delicious? Check it out, guys. How much fun was that? Using up all those old paints. And it's just created this medley of colour that would go in most rooms, actually, when you think about it. It's pretty much could pick out any colour out of that as a base and any colour out of that as a, what's that word? As an accent, and go wild. I love it. 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 So, what do you love? How much fun are you having? And are you registered to receive my live notification? That is you're going to receive the live notification tomorrow of when we're going live. So make sure you sign up at mickeyart.com/sign up. And if you want to share what you're creating, if you want to ask questions, look how dark that looks. It is quite a dark painting, guys. Come and join us at Acrylic Pouring for Fun Facebook group. We are having lots of fun in there. And remember, the only rule about being in there, other than it's for acrylic pouring, obviously, is that you're kind to one another. And just a hint, guys, if you want to ask somebody a question, please ask it in a thread of their photos or whatever they've posted. And please only contact them directly if they invite you to. Some people don't choose to be chatting on Messenger, and it's a kindness to both of you to just keep it in the group and keep it kind. I adore you all. How much fun can we have? And what else is possible?